Money Long.
Yes, sir.
Who I originally signed when she was 18 years old. I discovered Priscilla Renee in 2008. Right after I signed Katy Perry, I signed Priscilla Renee, and we put out her first record. I'll never forget this girl. I met her. She was just so sweet and so like innocent. She had a song called City Love. She was making like alternative R&B. Mm-hmm. She wasn't making like urban music. She was like a army kid from, living in Vero Beach, Florida. And I met her through this production company, this executive producer, Kenny Code. And I signed her. She was one of the best artists I've ever met. When I met her, I loved her. And I'm like, this girl's gonna be a global superstar. And the first person we put her with was Benny Blanco, because at the time, Benny Blanco just delivered us Katy Perry. He co-produced I Kissed a Girl. He co-produced Hot and Cold. So Benny Blanco did her first single, a song called Dollhouse. And we put out her first album, and it wasn't successful.
How come that didn't work?
You know what? At the time, it was a black girl making pop music.
Okay.
I mean, the song Dollhouse, if you refer to it, was almost like a Katy Perry sounding record on this black girl, and nobody really understood like black artists, especially females, making like pop alternative music. But that was her DNA. She played the acoustic guitar. She was kind of like a Tracy Chapman, Indie R&B vibe, but this particular single leaned really pop. So we tried to go straight to top 40 radio. It didn't really do well. It was a total disconnect. The label didn't understand her. So the album kind of was a flop, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
And we still tried to develop her, but then I eventually left the label in 2010. Going into 2011, she was still signed. We were still working on her second project. But after I left, Ron Fair took over Virgin Records, and he was trying to resuscitate it, but he couldn't figure it out. So they dropped her from Virgin. She ended up, becoming a hit songwriter.
Right.
California King Bed, Rihanna, Who Says, Selena Gomez, Timber, Kesha, and then I started managing her when we launched her breakout.
Right.
Hours and Hours, that album. She sold her catalog, so she was able to invest in her own project. Priscilla is very smart and was very determined to succeed in the music industry. I think it's one of the best artist development stories, because this is a girl who started when she was 18 years old.
Yeah.
Through all adversity, got dropped, put out a record, didn't do well, was signed to a major label, gets dropped, builds a catalog as a songwriter, has #1 hit records, builds a name for herself in the industry, gets some value, sells her catalog, and then reinvests her money into her own project, changed her name to Money Long, and had a breakout, smash, debut album, critically acclaimed, #1 record, completely independent. And I got to give her all the credit, because she had the vision, she funded it, and I just helped quarterback it. And, brought it to Def Jam, negotiated with Lucien and Tunji, and probably did the biggest deal of this decade for Money Long.